Hello, welcome to Family Movie Night, where we'll be talking about what we watch for Family Movie Night. I'm Mike, and today we are talking about Toy Story, the original Toy Story, which came out in 1995, celebrating its 30-year anniversary. My Lord, I cannot believe that that's a thing. But the premise of Toy Story is a cowboy doll is profoundly jealous when a new spaceman action figure supplants him as the top toy in a boy's bedroom. When circumstances separate them from their owner, the duo have to put aside their differences to return to him. This is directed by Pixar legend John Lasseter, and then stars Tom Hanks as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear, Don Rickles as Mr. Potato Head, Wallace Shawn as Rex, Jim Varney as Slinky, John Ratzenberger as Ham, and then Andy Potts as Bo Peep, and a bunch of other people as random other characters. Now, start off by saying, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle. This is an enthusiastic thumbs up for me with a couple caveats. So, first, I saw the original Toy Story in theaters when I was 10. So, this movie is legendary for me. I love the original Toy Story. And there was something that was just so profoundly adorable about this movie that I just really loved. All the characters were great. There was something that was so imaginative about it, mainly because it had all of these toys come to life, and every kid dreams of that possibility being a thing. So I really enjoyed that aspect. I also profoundly thought that the characters were pretty incredible. I really felt for a lot of the characters. I saw it from both sides. I saw Buzz's scenario that he is a character who potentially is struggling with his identity a little bit, mainly because he doesn't know he's a toy. And Tom Hanks, it's funny because you can make the argument that Tom Hanks is the real villain of this movie because he's acting very selfish. He's not being very accommodating, and he's not thinking about what his role is ultimately, which is to make Andy happy. So I really felt for that. The one thing that I will kind of knock this for is that for 1995, the animation on this is cutting edge. It's top of the line. It looks very dated now, especially when you compare Toy Story, the original, with Toy Story 4, which came out like 6 years ago or so. And the animation difference between the two is stunning. Like it's almost creepy how different Andy looks in this versus how he looks in Toy Story 4. It's kind of comical. Same thing with Bo Peep. Bo Peep looks drastically different in this compared to how she looks in the first two Toy Stories. So for an animated movie, I get it. It's of the time, so you can't really do a whole lot about it. I really pray to God that they don't like enhance anything because there's just a lot of charm in there for the original Toy Story with the animation. Now, if you rank this kind of in the Pixar pantheon, this gets a lot of credit for being the first of its kind for Pixar, but I think some of the other Pixar movies have kind of surpassed it. Because your big emotional gut punch moment that Pixar is traditionally known for is when Buzz discovers that he is in fact a toy. He's not a space ranger. And that's fine. However, it's not to the level of some of the other gut punches that we have. Like not even in the franchise. Like in the second one when somebody loved me with Jesse, that was a rough watch. In the third movie with all of them in the incinerator, which that way to ruin all of our childhoods, Pixar. But then also on top of that, Andy saying goodbye to all of his toys. That was also rough as well. But Toy Story gets a lot of credit for at least bringing Pixar to the forefront and just introducing all of these amazing characters. Like for Woody and Buzz to be introduced as characters who didn't have a previous toy background per se, specifically them. Obviously, there have been space toys out there, there have been lots of cowboys out there, but just not these two specifically. I find it funny that Mattel was like, no, 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 we're not going to put Barbie in this. This sounds stupid. And then got caught with egg on their face because this was a massive success. And then Barbie was more prominently featured in the second one, and then she became like a main character in the third one. So I find that hilarious. So talked about what I liked, talked about what I didn't like. Now, what did I learn from Toy Story? I guess the biggest thing that I learned is that you just have to be okay with your circumstances. You have to be okay with who you are as a person, and just that whole thing about "You've Got a Friend in Me." That song is legendary, if not a little bit trite, or a little bit, a little too on the nose sometimes, but Randy Newman is just legendary in that respect. Just the power of a community as well, and just also just finding your purpose and kind of just being okay with that. I really like that too. So those are some of my thoughts on the original Toy Story, which again celebrates 30 years. Hope that everybody got a chance to go see it in theaters. And what did you think of Toy Story? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this episode of Family Movie Night. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew over wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website at .com. Follow us on Letterboxd at MLHilty2452 and follow our list labeled Family Movie Night. Shout out to High Flyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. Check out the other shows on our network. We've got a lot of great content and really proud of the work that everyone is doing. So please check out the other shows and support the other members of the SPDM crew. And finally, if you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.